Hi everyone, welcome to Kats Creations live on a Friday night, where tonight we're gonna make another beach wreath, but this one is a little bit of a vintage flair. We're kind of going with a sandpiper seashell kind of theme. So we're gonna be using the sign that is from Personally Yours. So website, plywreathsigns.com, right. We're going to be using a really vibrant metallic teal deco mesh and just incorporating a whole bunch of fun beach themes to make this a little bit different than the beach wreaths that I've done a little bit in the past. So before we get started, if you like this design and want to replicate it whenever deco mesh comes back into stock, because I think this deco mesh is out of stock and it will be out of stock for who knows? Big question mark on the time frame when they're going to get the deco mesh restocks back in. But if you're ready or you happen to have it, just click the share button. It'll share this video to your page. That way it's easy for you to find the tutorial when you're ready to put yours together. If you're new, welcome. We'd like to know where you're from. So let us know, and hopefully you'll make a crafting connection here. If you are on YouTube, well, let's see, what can we do for YouTubers? So you're catching this as a Friday night replay on Friday, what is it, June the 11th, 10th? Because it's like my watch is on Mevo time, so.
June 12th, I think. June 11th or 12th, yeah.
Hold on. How is it that we do not know what day of the week it is? Anyone? Can anyone tell us what day of the week it is? It is June 11th. So June 11th of the year 2021. So feel free to leave a comment below. I answer comments daily. If you have a specific question that I can answer, please let me know. For YouTubers, also for Facebook viewers as well. If you are on YouTube and you want to know whenever we upload another video, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And for those of you on Facebook, do you know I have a YouTube channel? I'd love to have you go over there and try to help get me to the 30,000 mark. I think I'm like just under 100, and I would love to have that happen. So if you could sneak over to YouTube and go to Kats Creations Wreath, you'll find my channel. That's where you can find all of my YouTube videos for the last almost 4 years. So that's where those are at. What else? YouTube subscribers, make sure you click the subscription bell in the upper right hand corner. If you're on Facebook and want to be notified when I go live, just tap the video like you're watching right now. 3 dots in the upper right hand corner, click those, it'll open a sub menu. And then you'll be able to just double check that you have turn live notifications on. If you see that, you're good. If it says turn live notifications off, or is that backwards? Let me double check.
It's usually off and you click it to turn it on.
I'm just double checking. So we're on YouTube Live.
Happy Friday, everybody.
You tap the screen. There's the 3 dots. Okay, 3 dots. I have turned on comment translation, which is great. So if you guys want closed captioning because of the hearing issue, you can actually turn your closed captions on by also clicking that little 3 dot. Or if you're in another language and you want to translate the comments you're currently seeing, you can go ahead and click turn on comment translation, which is interesting. So yes, you want to make sure that you see turn live notifications off. That means that they're on and you're good to go. Okay, so let's get to work. So we're going to take a 14-inch Dollar Tree wreath frame. I'm going to show you how to wire together what I've done in 5 sections already with the last and final 6th section. You're going to take your pipe cleaner. You're going to wire together the 2 innermost to the center rings, using your weld marks as a guide to try to find a midway point. Make sure you keep your pipe cleaner fairly even so that you have that full range of the pipe cleaner when it comes time to add things. And then we're going to be adding 2 more using this and a weld mark. We're going to wire together the outer two and do the same thing.
Welcome, Catherine. We got a new watcher, so.
Welcome. Let us know where you're from.
She is new from Colorado, so. Welcome.
Ooh, nice. Hope you guys are having some nice weather there. You know, we're anticipated to enter into another week of record temperatures of it's going to be ugly summer. So that gives you 6 on the inside, 12 on the outside. As we're working this design, we're going to be removing the 6 inside ones because with our sign, which is a 6x10, in addition to our bow, it's pretty much going to take up the whole center of our design, so there's no point leaving them there. So I just find as you do it, if you do it as you're going, it makes it much easier. If you're not sure that you're going to have enough room, you can go ahead and leave those on and then remove them later when you realize, hey, those are in the way of everything else I'm going to add. The Deco mesh we're using tonight is my all-time favorite. It's my all-time favorite color. It's my all-time favorite Deco mesh, which is this metallic teal or turquoise Deco mesh. Like I said, I don't know when these are coming back in stock. There is a halt to supplies coming in from China because of the second strain or variant of COVID that's going on. So we're going to start to see a little bit of a delay with an unknown duration of when these are going to resume being shipped back to the United States. But the thing I like most about this, besides the metallic foils, is depending upon which way you hold it into the sunlight, you're either going to get more of a blue or more of a green color. So it's kind of got a little bit of an iridescent quality. These are 20-inch pieces, and we're going to ruffle this. The reason being is I want to simulate water in this wreath. So ruffles make for the perfect wavy look. It also gives me more to work with when I am finishing my base. I am laying my Deco mesh with the finished edges towards the center, also to the outside. So that means that my cut edges are on the sides, and these are cut with a wood burning tool just to prevent extra fraying from occurring. Man, that was a mouthful, right?
Yeah.
That was a whole lot just in there. So we'll go ahead. The cart's kind of far. So I think I've covered everything I need to regarding this.
Welcome, Janice. Janice says, hello from Missouri and new to your creations. Love to craft myself, but suffered a brain aneurysm.
Ooh.
So she's living in a nursing home. So we're praying for you, Janice, and hope you can recover and get back on your feet.
Yes. Wow. Can't even imagine what that would be like. But I'm so glad that you're sharing your time with us tonight. I appreciate that. So hopefully this will give you some happy creative memories of time at the beach. How many of you are watching on Facebook right now who have never been to the beach? Because I think when we live here on the coast or even the East Coast, we kind of take for granted that everybody knows what being at the beach is like. And sadly, there are some people who have never been to the beach. And I'm curious if we have anyone here tonight that has never been to the beach.
Yeah. Rosanna says, hi from Dallas, just joining. Sorry, what color mesh and where did you get it?
This is a metallic teal or turquoise mesh. It came from Craft Outlet, but I usually stock this color mesh pretty, like I have it pretty heavy in my shop because I make beach wreaths throughout the year. Sometimes we kind of forget, you know, people who live in different locations during the holidays. So it always makes sense to keep some of this available, especially at Christmas time, to make some Christmas beach wreaths as well. So that's why it's my favorite. Okay. Getting this all untangled. This all underneath. There we go. Okay, ready for the next one.
Pam, thank you, sent stars.
Oh,
She
thank
asked
you.
us earlier when we're coming back up north.
North where?
And I just kind of typed in there, I'd love to spend a few days back up in Tahoe.
Yes, we would love to go back up to Tahoe. Roseanne, so she asked, is this a two-tone teal and turquoise? It's actually got an iridescent sheen to it, so depending upon which way it hits the light, it either turns more green or more blue. So this is why it's my favorite to work with. So you'll kind of see that, you know, sometimes you'll get a little bit more darker green, where it's more bunched up. But,
Oh, sorry, Pam's up in Modesto.
okay.
So next time we get to go up and visit our daughter, she's actually coming down in a week or two.
Yeah, she's coming down in a week. So we look forward to her visit. Pam says she's going to Reno at the end of the month. I've been through Reno once. I love it. Or is it might be Carson City. One of them that looks like they have like, it's a very old Western-like town.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome, Roseanne.
Catherine said she's never been to the beach.
See?
Yep.
There's have you dreamed of, I'm sure she's dreamed of going to the beach. I can't even imagine what that is because we take that for granted every time we go to the beach where, you know, you can look out and not see anything. You know, you're standing on the seashore and just looking out at endless ocean.
Yep. Wow, Geraldine said the same thing. Never been to the beach and never flown either.
Wow. So where are you from, Geraldine? That you're kind of landlocked. I'm guessing somewhere in the middle of the U.S. Karen says, we moved from Louisiana to Idaho 2 years ago and don't miss the humidity at all. Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Idaho.
Yeah, that's Virginia City in Nevada.
Oh, someone just replied to how can you turn off the hearing impaired wording? Yes. So Rita, thank you for replying to that request. I appreciate it.
See, I don't see it. I'm going to have to close down and go back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, someone said, how can I turn off the hearing impaired wording? And Rita told her about the 3 little dots.
Yep, tap on the screen, click the 3 little dots.
It says turn closed captioning off. And I think you're going to start to see that a little bit more heavily on social media now with Facebook, Instagram, maybe Reels, YouTube as well. Because we take advantage of the fact that everybody who watches lives or Reels or looks at social media's video content can hear. So we're excluding a small segment of the viewership by not doing that. So what I'm seeing through YouTube is they're going to start to make that, what would you call it? Like commonplace. And then if you want to remove the wording, you'll have to go in and turn the closed captioning off. Linda, isn't this pretty? It's my favorite mesh. My favorite. It saddens me to know that I know I've been checking Craft Outlet, Wreath Shop, Deco Exchange, White Wire Wreaths, Crothers Crafts, Wreaths of Joy, Trendy Tree. I've been trying to find mesh right now because mesh is so hard to find. You can find it in some weird type of patterns and colors, but as far as solids, those are like really hard to come by in the Deco mesh. Fabric mesh a little bit. Oh, you posted the SKU?
Yeah, a couple gals asked for it.
Oh, yeah.
It's Craft Outlet SKU number RE130160.
Yeah, good luck finding that. So all the people are like, happy! Yay!
Yes, the mesh is a 10-inch mesh cut at 20 inches.
Absolutely. It's kind of cool. I like how you guys are making connections with other people. Mm-hmm. I'm just looking at little side conversations going on, and I'm like, ooh, who's talking about Modesto in the Bay Area? It's Pam.
Pam, yeah.
So I was like, yes, love that area.
And Sharon said, I can't wait to see which ribbons you'll be using.
Oh, I can't wait to show you. They would not be what you expect. Most of them are Christmas ribbons because, believe it or not, all of these pretty blue colors, it's kind of like, you know, frozen colors. Yeah. Like Arendelle colors. Definitely would work on a frozen themed wreath, right?
Yep.
That's what colors I think I would use. And like an icy blue. That'd be really pretty. Okay. Trying to finish these up. Okay. Yeah, Roseanne just went on to Craft Outlet. They're out. Yeah, Craft Outlet is pretty much out of most of the solids.
Wreath Shop might have it, but...
Good luck.
Yeah.
No, I've been looking for like solid reds. I've been looking for a white, wide, metallic, silver deco mesh, and nope, haven't seen it all year. And it doesn't look like it's going to come back even in time for Christmas, which saddens me because I think I might have 3 rolls of it left, and that's what I used to make my angels with. Aw, Pam says, I'm Grandma Elsa. Yeah. That is so cool.
That's cute. And Marie said, yeah, I love that color. Try to keep it on hand.
Yes. This is like, I think I usually try to keep about 6 rolls of this available, because then that gets me through at least 2 for Christmas, 2 for the summer, and then 2 throughout the year. So I will be dipping into my stash. Yeah. I might even have to dip into 21 inch because I think I have quite a few of this in 21 inch. Probably should do that. Do a 21 inch one. I haven't done 21 inch mesh in a while. That would be fun. Because we always do 10 inch. Because it's easy.
Caitlin's on. Hi, Kate.
Hi, Kate.
A bunch of our favorite gals are on. Thank you all for joining us on Friday and watching.
So I did need to mention the stars at the bottom because that's a new icon. So in case people don't know what stars are tips, basically. Some people set goals for like, I'll donate X amount, of money depending upon how many stars we raise. But each star is equivalent to 1 cent. So when you send somebody 10 stars, it's basically 10 cents. So it's kind of a fun way for you to kind of interact with your craft people.
Hi, Debbie. Should love that sign.
Oh, I know.
Oh, that's right. I will pin the sign.
So Steve's going to pin where to get the sign. And trust me, she's got gorgeous designs. This is from a new artist. I think it's Geoff Allen is the artist who designed this sign. Should just do it like this. There we go. Hi, Rachel.
And that is POYWreathsigns.com.
POYWreathsigns.com. Yep. I'm waiting with anticipation to see what our sign makers are going to come out with for Halloween. And that's what we're going to be making on Sundays. Public class at 6.
And I asked, hello, where did you get the stars? Stars are donations. So, like if Sharon sent stars or Pam sent stars, it's like a penny a star.
Yeah.
And it's just a tip.
Yep. Wow, I felt like I had something in my eye.
I think if on the bottom there's a little star icon next to the thumbs up, you can click on that, and I think there's a way to purchase stars.
It's just automatic. So if you have a credit card on a file with Facebook, they just bill your account. That's funny because I get a thing on my tablet that says send 200 stars to pin your comment here. Okay, we've got one more to go. And then we get to see the ribbon. So ribbon should not be impacted that much by the surplus, China shutting down. We should still be able to get that on a pretty regular basis. So don't rush for the ribbon, but stock up on the Deco mesh before people start, stocking up on it and then flipping it and trying to sell it for a higher price.
Kathy, yeah, Deco mesh is going to be out for quite a while. That's why a lot of people are scrambling to try to find it.
Yes. Absolutely.
The supplies in China right now are
the factories and the ports are closed, which means that even if we had orders pending, which they do, they're not fulfilling the orders because the ports are closed. So that's going to bite into our seasonal time. So if you're waiting to order your fall, your Halloween, now would be the time to get them ordered. Okay, ribbon. Look how pretty. More pretty ribbon. So, we're going to start with the 14-inch, 2.5-inch ribbon cut to 14-inch pieces. We're doing the fun, natural, stretchy ribbon. And once we get this on, I will show you what I mean. And then this came from this came from Joann's, but you can get it from Craft Outlet. And then this ribbon that's kind of it's an iridescent gold and green. It's got the same look that plays on the metallic mesh that depending upon which way you hold it down the center, it's either more blue or more green. This came from Hobby Lobby at Christmas last year. So I am always looking for beach ribbon all year long. Anything that I think might play into a beach themed wreath, I am picking that up. So we're going to be alternating the colors all the way around the outside as we already removed our pipe cleaners. This ribbon with the iridescent sheen to it, the one that I got from Hobby Lobby, this would make for a really great mermaid wreath. Or peacock. I think I've used it on my peacock wreaths. It doesn't have much tensile strength when it comes to the wire, so it's kind of wishy-washy on where it wants to stay.
Kathy, so what did I miss? Why are the ports closed? Kathy, the ports are closed in China due to the new COVID strain.
Yeah. I heard from somebody who was at the Craig Bachman meeting that happened last week, which is where most of the resellers are getting their supplies from. And she's like, if you need to get mesh, buy mesh.
No.
Get it now. Don't wait. If you need stuff for Halloween or Christmas, start picking it up now. But sadly, most of the stuff, they have colored mesh that's still available, like red, white, and green is still available. I think red and white, green and white mesh. But like your solid greens, your solid reds, good luck trying to find them.
Diana Cat can show you, we can maybe do a close-up later of the wreath that's on the door, the teacher wreath.
Oh, yeah.
It says, the best teachers teach from the heart, not from the book.
That's what I believe. So.
We asked, can I post a couple of places that have been getting mesh in?
Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Share the tip.
And Carmen says you don't have to ducktail the mesh ribbon. So this one, if you were to try to do a dovetail on it, it would just spray. Just because it's kind of a woven ribbon. So this one you can either, you can put a diagonal cut on it, but that's about as fancy as you get. So we're going to be playing off of this particular type of ribbon to be like the net from the ocean. So it'll be bringing up all kinds of treasures from the ocean. So we're not going to put ribbons in all of, like when we get to our 1.5 inches, we're not going to be doing it through all because we need to open these spaces for this mesh type of ribbon. It's the stretchy ribbon. So right now it's at 2.5 inches and you can stretch it to about 4 inches. So it's kind of nice. You can just stretch the ends. It's Steve's favorite ribbon because it's fun to play with. You're welcome, Carmen. So we just have a couple more pieces. And I'm just laying this right on top of my mesh. I'm not opening up my pipe cleaners and laying that in. Ooh, Anna says the Hobby Lobby near her has all their fall deco mesh and ribbon out. See, I think if ribbon or mesh becomes a real issue, hopefully, you know, with Hobby Lobby, Joann's, and Michael's maybe having stock left over from last year that didn't sell, that might be our saving grace this year. We might be shopping more local, you know, or ordering online. I'm trying to get that one off.
And then Anna said now they're working on getting Christmas stuff out.
Yeah, that's normal though.
Yeah.
And the fact now that, I mean, you won't see Christmas go on sale until probably...
Christmas.
No, because they usually get Christmas down to 40%.
Yeah.
I want to say September, October. So what I tell my private group members is if you go to Hobby Lobby, and yes, they do have new ribbon that came out this year for Hobby Lobby too, because we have people in our private group from all over, so everyone shares what they're finding. So if you go to this particular Hobby Lobby, they'll share photos. Oh, I was in my Hobby Lobby in such and such a location, and this is the ribbon that they have out on their shelves. So it's kind of giving us all a sneak peek of what might be coming to our local stores.
So Rita shared wreathsofjoy.com has mesh for sale. And Waterman's Loft has mesh for sale. So
yeah, they all do, but as far as the solids, that's where we are losing.
Yeah, tough to find.
I am trying to figure out where did I go wrong. Oh, it's right here. I doubled up and.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm like, wow, because I got my colors off. So I got to switch them over.
Doubled up too over here.
Yeah, that's where I started.
Gotcha.
Because I was like, wait, what happened? So I must have missed it. And I did, way over here. I added 2 in the same location. So I'll be making my way around. Sometimes it happens. You're not paying attention. You're like, wait, why are there 2 of the same? I missed a spot. We'll fix it.
Yeah, Linda said her Hobby Lobby starting to spot Christmas. She was surprised. And then Marlene said Hobby Lobby near me has a lot of red, green, and white gold today, and they were 50% off. Also, I found nice fall ribbons by the fabric side.
Nice. Linda, does the private group members get a discount at Trendy Tree? No, we do not. But Trendy Tree does have, I think they're at $129, and then you get free shipping. But they do have their own, like little group membership that gives you discounts on products and gives you advance notice of their sale items. I just don't remember what it is or what it's called.
Margaret said, wish they had a Hobby Lobby store in the UK. It sounds like a fantastic place. It is. What was the name of the website that one woman was putting together in the UK? I can't remember. I'm sorry about that.
You always do that.
I'm trying to remember.
Is it Rich and Supplies and Company or something like that?
Yeah.
There is one of our members who have opened up a supply company in the UK, Margaret. Steve's going to look for the name of their company.
Richens Wreaths and Supplies.
Richens, so RICHENS Supplies.
Yep.
So they're actually carrying like the Pro Bows and all kinds of stuff.
Ribbon and
yes.
mesh.
Her and her husband are working to supply the UK with their own set of supplies. So we're all done with that. It's all corrected. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back with this this is a metallic tinsel, no glitter. But I love this because it has no glitter to it, but it creates that glitter-like effect. You can get this from a craft outlet if you can find it. Normally I get this at Shinoda because Shinoda, our wholesaler out here in California, carries this in all different colors. And this is going to go right on top of our mermaid teal color, just to kind of re-emphasize this color once again. And also help give it a little bit more sparkle without the glitter. So I am these are cut to 18-inch pieces, and I'm making half bows. What I mean by half bow is a bow generally has 2 loops and 2 tails. A half bow just has, it's like an awareness ribbon, but 3D. So you bring your tails together, you go up to about 2 inches, you're going to scrunch it together, pinch it together so you make a loop. That's going to go right inside your pipe cleaner. You're going to go ahead and give it a couple twists. You need to just remove these as well. And then you will need to flip one side because they're basically back to back. You need to get the tails on the same side. So what you're going to do is you're going to flip the one side and you're going to kind of create this 3D awareness bow that kind of just fills that gap. I just need to fix this tail. So I usually put these in between the 2.5-inch ribbon so you can still see the 2.5-inch ribbon coming out. And there went the other 2. But you do get tinsel everywhere though.
Mm-hmm. I
had cleaned my kitchen from the prep work that we did earlier.
I don't think that tinsel shreds too much though, right? Not like glitter does.
It's like glitter, but without glitter. It's easier to clean up than glitter.
Okay, we got Shinoda Design Center.
Oh yeah, you posted it? Yeah. They are online. You can order from them as long as you have a wholesale license or a wholesale business license.
Nelly asked, when are you going to do 4th of July? Well, you've been doing a ton of patriotic and Americana wreaths.
Edna says that Trendy Tree and the Wreath Shop have this mesh in stock. I will have to check that. I did not know that.
Oh, that's awesome, Edna.
But I did notice that.
So try it though. Select one, and then try to place it to your cart, and then see if it says in stock.
Yeah, because sometimes when you pull, and here's the thing about the Wreath shop, right, is you don't know if the item's out of stock until you go and kind of hover your mouse over it, and then it will say out of stock. Cool, Pam, you have a wholesaler's license. That just makes things so much nicer. You can order from everybody. I need to get back down to Shinoda, but I'm waiting for the fall, when they get their fall stuff in, so that I can pick up some fun fall stuff. Their embellishments are nice. They're, like, remember when we had the sequined little balls? They were ornaments, but we used them in all the beach wreaths.
Yeah.
So, I need to go get more. Somebody's coming through our garage.
Yeah.
When are you going to do July 4th? Nelly, we already have. That's what we've been doing the entire month of May. Every single Friday has been dedicated to making patriotic. So if we're not doing it, I think we've done it on Fridays and Saturdays. So I actually just packed up all of my patriotic and I am switching it out for, whatchamacallit, Halloween right now. Okay, last one of these in, and then we're gonna save 3 of our open spaces with the netting so that we can add our sea merchandise to those. And then the other 3 we're gonna backfill with a different color, what would you call it? It's the same color, kind of. We have, it's a sheer, it's like a sheer, like light blue, again with that metallic seafoam green. This came from Hobby Lobby in their regular section. So you can get this ribbon year round. So I'm just gonna occupy the 3 spaces that are right here in front of me with this. And we're gonna be popping, I think we have a sea urchin, we have some pearls that we're going to come back in and add to this design as well.
I might pop over to the Wreath shop and see if they do have a quantity available.
Oh, okay. I can read the comments then. Yeah, I heard too that they are closed, Shinoda's closing their San Diego center.
Ooh, really?
Yes. So they're closing out the San Diego store and migrating everything up to their Santa Ana location. Come on down, Pam. We can go to Shinoda together. I'd love to go to Shinoda. The sad thing is they're open from like, I think it's 10 to 4. You will need all, what is that, 6 hours? To see, you won't even see everything in 6 hours. Mary, did you? Mary's comment says, "I have been maybe you may have been asked this before, but where do you shop for all your color coordinated T-shirts to match the wreaths you're doing?" Let's see. The one I'm wearing right now, Walmart. Old Navy, usually. It just depends on the colors. So I have a wide range of colors. But yeah, I do it on purpose now because somebody picked up on that once before and they're like, you color coordinate all your stuff. So I was like, okay. And then I was asking Steve, I'm all black apron, brown apron, blue apron. And so he's like, I choose brown. So that's why we have brown. The Wreath shop, you were right. So the Wreath shop looks like they're out. And Edna says Trendy Tree has a few dozen left. Nice. Oh, thank you, Mary. I appreciate that compliment. I like my t-shirts on the roomier side. When they make women's t-shirts, they make them too form-fitting. And that's why women gravitate to what they call boyfriend tees, right? We steal our husband shirts because they just build them different. Okay. And it looks like there's a lot of blue, but wait till we add that white sign and then we add our bow to this. And then we go ahead and add some of our starfish and seashells to the outside. So we're going to build the bow next. So I'm going to move this to the side. And we are going to put our stretchy ribbon on the bottom, followed by our really pretty, see, kid you not, Hobby Lobby. So if they have it available this year, look in the box labeled Q. If you notice, when Hobby Lobby does their ribbons, whatever letter box those ribbons are in, all those colors are already color coordinated. So if you struggle with trying to find color coordinated ribbon, just shop the box.
Yep.
Shop the box. Okay, so let's add this.
Oh, Nancy, good job.
What's that?
She said, so excited I created a patriotic wreath from scrap supplies and took it to a coffee shop and she got 7 orders.
Awesome job. That's the way to go. There you go. So were you taking it to the coffee shop is like to drop it off with a customer? That's like the best way to, and then hopefully, Nancy, you had your business cards handy and you're like, here you go. You can follow me on Facebook.
Yep.
I have a shop. Here's the name of my shop. Okay. So with this one, because we can't dovetail it, we're still going to do this one at 10 inches. Even though it almost seems pointless to do the twist, it's still necessary. So remember, we do 10-inch tails, and then I'm going to do a 5-inch loop. So I'm just going to come back to the center, and then I just pull out my ribbon and make sure we're right at about 5.5 inches. We'll do it on the opposite side. And we're going to double check our size. There we go. And all the way out. We'll try to put a good cut. I tried to cut right on the line. If you see, this ribbon does have a line through it, so I try to go through the line. That one's down. Now we'll go ahead and do this one. This is going to have a 9.5-inch tail with a 5-inch loop. So this one, the wire is actually in the middle. So the wire runs along here, which is why your ribbon is so floppy. And it's very thin anyway. So 9.5 in. Twist. This one does have glitter on it. So if you've never worked with glitter ribbon entering into these holidays, it's going to be everywhere.
You're in for a treat.
It will be everywhere. You'll go out to eat and you don't even realize you have glitter on your face, on your hands, on your arms, on your clothes. And people will comment, you do know that you have glitter, like right there. And I was like, mm-hmm. Trying to look a little festive today. And we're out to 9.5. Okay, dovetail. For those of you who don't know how to do dovetail, it will change your package decorating forever. You're gonna take and fold your ends together. Because remember, I can't say wired edges because there's no wire edge there. So folded ends together, and then on the fold side is where you're going to cut towards that point. So depending on how high up you bring your scissors will determine how deep your V is. And then you have that perfect cut. Instead of going in and then going in and trying to make it look pretty, shortcut. Okay, now we're going to add some beige, and this one has gold trim. This is from Joann's.
I had to wrap it, and on my husband.
Yeah, Steve gets it too. But do you tell him?
And our cats get it.
Do you tell him that he has glitter, or do you just like let that be?
I don't even say anything.
Sometimes I tell Steve. Sometimes I let other people tell Steve. So this one's going to be 9-inch tail with a 4.5-inch loop on either side. And that should be about 4.5. Let's bring it in a little bit more. A little bit more.
Edna says no, she doesn't tell her husband.
Good for you. Sometimes you just got to have that last little moment of joy. I don't even think Steve would say, why didn't you tell me I had glitter there?
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, I wasn't looking. I didn't notice.
I'm just like, oh well.
Yep. Steve's like, I meant to put glitter on. So people notice him, right? Okay, this one's done. This one. And the one thing I like about Hobby Lobby is most of their ribbons are a full 30-foot roll. So ribbon prices, I think, will go up. Hopefully not too much. I've kind of seen Deco mesh prices go way up. Like now Deco mesh prices range from, I think you can still find a couple that are right around the $4 mark, but most of them are averaging between $6 and sadly like $12.50, which is really hard to, I'm like, wow. Last year, this would have been $4.50. Now it's $6.95. So you're going to see a lot of people changing their prices because they can't make them that cheap anymore. Or people who are suffering from duplicates, unless they have that stuff on stock, they're going to be really hard pressed to try to find a way to replicate those designs as well. So this one was an 8.5-inch tail, again with a 4.5-inch loop. So because I've measured my bottom one, I just put my fingers in the ribbon and then go ahead and pull that out. Here's 8.5. Okay. Here we go. We're back to this particular ribbon. Came from Craft Outlet. This is it's not quite a beige, I guess you'd call it like a sand brown, but it's got painted white lines on it. This is 8 inches with a 4-inch loop. Oops. Let's make sure. 4 inches. Coming around. Reminds me I need to do another peacock wreath.
Oh yeah. I was on Personally's got a really pretty sign.
Which one?
Peacock sign. It's the round with the peacock there.
Yeah.
Rita said I've been doing more buying ever since COVID started. My problem now is getting decent grapevines.
My favorite place to get grapevines is Joann's. So I would recommend maybe ordering them online, either when they're on sale and just having them delivered. Hobby Lobby, I haven't been a huge fan of theirs lately. They haven't really had the inventory in.
They're really thin too.
Yeah, they just don't have much to them. And then we'll finish off with the sheer. And this will be a 7.5 inch tail with a 3.5 inch loop. That's another thing too. Here's the thing, right? Because wreath forms, forget those this year. I don't think you'll see wreath forms come back in stock at all. The work forms anyway. You might find some wire wreath forms. So check the de-stash sites. So people who are looking to get out and just want to get their money back, you might find some really good deals. I think there's one that's called Wreath De-Stash and Supplies. And those are great for people who are looking to just, hey, I'm just looking to sell my supplies and get out. Those might become popular as well. Same thing for your wire wreath forms. But what I was going to mention is the evergreen forms that you can probably get at Hobby Lobby, or maybe you picked up at Hobby Lobby. You can actually turn those into a work form, depending upon your size. You just have a lot more to cover, but you can take Deco Mesh and work Deco Mesh right on top of that form.
Here's what I found the candy cane forms there.
Yeah, candy cane forms should be coming out to Dollar Tree soon.
Marlene's Hobby has a lot of grapevine in all sizes. She says I got the
614.
614s at $4.97.
That's a really good price.
Hopefully they were thick.
Yeah, you want them pretty meaty, not pretty thin. So let's go ahead and put our pipe cleaner in here. Give this a couple twists, and then we'll fluff it on the fluff board.
Well, that's awesome. Rita says she's planning on joining the private group next week.
Awesome. Love to have you.
I just pinned the private group link.
Yeah, so our private group is $17 a month. We continue our business classes all the way through August. Then in August, we close down the business side of that. The videos will still be available that we've done all year up to this point. But we know that from Labor Day through about December 15th is a wreath maker's busy season. So we want you'll have 8 tutorials available every month beginning in August, which is an insane amount of work. Okay, so this is an 18 by 24 inch cutting board, 3/4 inch thick. You can get them pre-cut at Home Depot and Lowe's. They're 24 by 24 by 1 inch. Just when you're stopping to get your piece of lumber, make sure you stop and get an 1.5 to 2 inch little C-hook that screws in, and then you're good for your what I call fluff board. Number one, these are super easy to find a place for. Tuck it alongside your fridge like I do, and then you're good to go. So when you're fluffing your bow, the first thing you want to do is separate everything. So we're going to be separating from here. It's your bottom, my top stacks. So you take a loop and a tail and put those opposite. Then go to the other side and do the complete opposite, meaning here's my tail, here's my loop, so that if you were to look at it, my tails are directly opposite, my loops are directly opposite, and then we're going to do the same thing with the next one down. So we have a loop here and a tail over here. On the opposite side, we are going to take our tail and pull it over here and move our loop over, so that what it does is it's creating an every other one color. Down here, we're going to go, since beige is here and I don't want to keep going beige on top of beige, I'm going to alternate. So I'm going to pull my beige here. Whatever you do here, you just have to make sure that you do it on the opposite side. So there's that. I'm going to pull this over, and then I'm going to leave my teal here. And we're going to do it on the opposite side. Here's my teal. And my teal. And then we're in that dilemma where I don't want to keep going beige, so I'm going to put beige right on top. Back over here. And then we're going to go with this color on this side. And then this color on this side. And now is when you sort and fluff. So you kind of pick and choose what you want where you want it. Kind of move everything around. Yep. That's where that one's at. I'm going to open this one up. Open this up. Back to the other side. That to kind of pop up. And then if you want to put the arc back in your ribbon, you just run them through your fingers, like your fingers are scissors. That'll kind of put that arch back in. Let's pull these over. Okay, so now that we've got everything situated, here's what our bow looks like.
Yep.
Pam, yes. The private group meets on Sundays at 3 p.m. Pacific, 5 Central, and 6 Eastern. So we go a little bit earlier. And then replays are always available if something comes up and you can't make that.
And then Mondays.
And, well, Mondays is the business class.
Right. And
then it will go to Monday's design class. Okay, so we're going to pop this off. So it sparkles.
Mm-hmm.
So there's all that nice tinsel. That's all of them. Okay. Let's bring our wreath back over. And now we're going to put holes in our sign. So I'm thinking I want my sign kind of slanted at an angle. So this is kind of, see how this now really pops up against that metallic?
Yeah.
So you can actually get this sign in this color, the teal background. But it looks really nice when you play it on a natural color mesh. It like pairs really well. So I'm going to go ahead and add a hole to the top and the bottom. I'm using my metal hole punch. This is a 1.5 millimeter beadsmith hole punch. And I'm going to use floral wire to attach my sign. Aw, thanks Pam. Come join us. You'll like our group. You'll get a lot of support there from people.
Rosalind said love the sign.
It's really pretty. When I saw this sign, I was like, gotta have that one.
Somebody else, I haven't seen it in my comments yet, but I saw it on the other phone, is where do you determine putting your holes on the sign?
I generally go right in the middle. So thankfully this one actually has a line that goes right through the middle of the design. I guess it's like to mimic the tile. But just generally the top, if it's a 6x10, I do top and bottom. I don't do side to side and side to side. It's just too many holes to add to the sign. If it was more of a square, it would just depend on where I was placing it. So again, I would look for either north or south, you know, where it's going to go. But generally always north and south.
It was Caddy that asked that.
Oh, okay.
Can't see on this. I had to log out and log back in to see it.
Yeah, I don't see it either. Okay, last one. And then we get to do my favorite part, which is embellish. Pam, you have no support at home? We will definitely support you.
Thank you, Jean. So the prep group was very informative with tips and tricks from Kat. Also a great bunch of members. Yes, there are a great bunch of members like Jean.
Jean gives
share and help. And
Jean gives us our Dollar Tree updates. Okay, so remember, I have to like pay attention on this particular design because I left the bottom 3 open for my embellishments. So that means that my sign needs to come in here so that my bow will be around this general area. So I am going to work this through. This just makes for a great summer wreath. It also makes for a really great gift for people that you know have a beach cottage. They have beach decor for their home. I missed it again. There it goes. So I go ahead and lightly secure this down till we get the bottom where I want it to be, which is kind of off to the side. It's kind of right over where one of my inners was. So I'm going to occupy that space and bring that on down for sure. And then I'll loosen up the top to get it to sit where I want it to go. Okay. Let's see. Let me pull out the mesh from my outside ones. I'm going to leave my inside mesh. So this will create more of a nest for my design. Same thing here. Go ahead and gather that one up. Separating the inside from the outside mesh. And then we can refluff our outside bows.
Hi Lydia, you're never late. You're on time when you're on. You want to be on time. You can always watch the replay.
Okay, so there's that. Now we're going to go ahead and add our bow. See it right here. This is the outside edge. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and position this on my pipe cleaners. I'm going to kind of go right about here. So let me see what I have to work with. As far as hitting, I'm reading. Rita says, unfortunate that my husband supports me in anything I try and even helps if he can. So that's really nice. My kids and family are a whole different story. Waste of time and money to them.
And then Pam said, nope, my husband doesn't like it, even though he made me a promise if I put him through college. With kids, with kids still at, and he always refused. Now I said, I'm going to do it. My last roller coaster ride in life will bring me pleasure.
Yes. For me, this is therapy. This is very relaxing for me. When I'm not doing my lives, I'm like got my favorite radio station on and I just take my time and, you know, work it one thing at a time.
Yeah,
One design. How many
wreaths do you make in a day? It depends on the season, right? September, October, she's making at least probably 1 to 2 a day for Christmas and
1 a day. Let's be reasonable.
Oh, come on.
Sometimes, yeah, there's sometimes that I'll do 3 in a day, but it's because there's a deficiency in my shop and I'm like, ooh, I need to like backfill. So I'm gonna take some of that mesh that's right underneath my ribbon and I just kind of tuck it underneath my sign. I need to get this one up and over. It just doesn't want to.
And that's the good part though. She said, I've always made everything and given them away. I mean, these are great gifts.
They really are. And think about how many people you're blessing in the process by doing that, because these are great gifts. I mean, I make them for my kids. I make them for my dad. I make them for my mom. But yeah.
Military veterans, everything.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, it's time to embellish. Let's show you what we have so far. So here we go. So now we're going to embellish. So to embellish, remember I told you that the ribbon at the bottom stretches? So what I usually do is just fan the bottoms like these so that they have a unique look to them. So they don't look like they're just static. They're just fun to stretch. Don't let your kids stretch them. They'll stretch them too far. They'll just be like, oh, that's fun. Let me stretch some more. You're like, no, you've done enough. If you stretch them too far, you can bring them back, though.
Oh, Eddie, that's awesome. She saw, you know, I suffer from anxiety and making wreaths really calms me down. And my husband saw how it helped me and made me a craft room in our cottage.
Oh, that's really sweet.
I just want to see the cottage.
Steve, always like, let me see the cottage. I know, right? Okay, so I'm going to remove the pipe cleaners from the ones we left open because we can't affix anything with those there. I guess if you had stuff that had holes in it, you could use them to kind of grip and grab those. I had one still here around this one. Because nobody wants to see pipe cleaners. I want to see all that really pretty turquoise blue. So I can't even see new comments. What do? You go out and then go back in?
Yeah, I have to.
Okay, Facebook.
Margaret said, love the colors are beautiful. Pam said, I love that ribbon. Stretchy ribbon.
What the heck? Can't get it to go away.
Linda said, love the sign and the colors you added to the wreath. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Sheila. She said, beautiful.
Okay, now I can get in there again. No, I don't want to be in Facebook Watch. Now it'll take me forever to get out. I don't want to look at videos, thank you. There we go. Back to my home. I hate tablets. There we go. Nope, not that group. This group. And there we go. There you go. Well, it's crazy. So I'm still seeing random comments in weird places. I was like, wait, those were the same comments.
Oh, yeah, what is the stretchy ribbon called? It's just called just ribbon, right?
Yeah, I think it's basket weave.
Yeah.
It depends on where you find it. Just look up 2.5-inch natural ribbon. Here's my last one.
Right, Kathy? Because I've had to go in and out, back
several
in
times
tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you had to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so pencil starfish for sure. So we have some pencil stars. I'm just not sure how big I want to go. I buy them in 2 different sizes. So let me give you the sizes on the starfish. You can get them at Amazon. Sometimes they're like little weird shaped ones. These are 3 inches in diameter. This one's a little bit longer. It's 3.5. So I think they range. I try to find the smaller ones. Let's go 2 small and 2 big, 1 small. So we're gonna do 2 starfish because I'm looking for inspiration in the sign. And there's seashells, there's spiny starfish, there's conch shells. So I'm going to add these ones to my center. I'll leave that one out. And I have, what do you call them? Sea urchin. So we're going to use a sea urchin down at the bottom. And then, huh?
Does that look cute in the center of the bow too?
This is way too big.
Is it?
Oh yeah, way too big. But we'll use a really pretty like conch because it's got the blue. We'll put that one inside, and then we'll adorn the where we have all that blue. We're gonna go ahead and add pearls to the bottoms of these. So let me go ahead and do this. Let's prime my glue gun. There we go. Always make sure your glue gun is on low. And I'm just going to add these. So I'm going to flip this around so you can see where I'm adding the pearls right underneath the blue.
And a question, Kat, you posted a Halloween witch's wreath the other day. Where did you find the witch's hat?
That was Dollar Tree last year. Yeah. But you might be able to find them on the Wreath de-stash sites. Because there are some people who said they were going to start selling them just because they had so many extra. And I was like, well, post them in the group page first. Because you might just get rid of all of them in one swoop.
If you could afford to pick up a case, buy a case.
Yeah, because you'll use them. You can use them at fall to do like a fall hat. You can turn them sideways. You can do cornucopias.
Santa hat.
Santa hat, elf hat, winter hats. We use them to do the witches' hats. I'm trying to think where else. You can do fairy, like a princess hat with like the tulle coming off of that. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm going to.
Do you have your affiliate links in your public group?
For
all the Amazon products that are.
I can.
Nancy asks, where do you get the pad for the glue gun? It's from Amazon.
Yeah, it's from Amazon. You get 3. They're just a little silicone. It's called Silicone Alley.
And get us instead of Silicon Valley.
Yeah, Silicone Alley.
Fun.
And you can get, I think they have them in different colors. I'm just making sure I tap them all. I think so. I think I have one under the bow, possibly. Yes. So I don't want to forget under the bow because it's all about the details. So you don't want someone looking underneath your bow and you're like, oh, well, they put ribbon tails and ribbon everything else. Why wouldn't they have gone that extra measure and covered it there? So let's go ahead and affix.
Oh, thank you for sharing, Teresa. That's another thing gals can do. You can
share,
like and share.
So
I won't say that in the beginning.
I think we did. So there's our starfish or seashell. Now we're going to add our starfish. So I just usually put it on 3 of the legs, but pretty heavy. And I use it Gorilla Glue just because it has a tendency of not being so finicky with the weather. So I'm just making sure that the 3 sides I hit. Same thing with our sea urchin.
Hi, Teresa. Hi, gals just joining. I know once we're finished, you can always go back and watch the replay.
Here we go. Flipping our sea urchin down. And we will glue our last starfish. You always got to do that really big dollop right in the middle. Make sure your ribbons are all out of the way. Okay, I think we are just about done. I think we've got everything secured. Everything is in there, right where it needs to go. Now we just need to put it up on the door so we can see what it looks like. And I'll keep this one down because I think you had someone who asked to see it. So let's put this one up. Making sure everything is in spots. Oh, there's a glue thread right there. Okay. I think everything is out where it needs to be. Do you see anything, Steve?
I can't really see anything from here. I mean, as far as glue threads.
Oh no,
Looks good.
just the wreath in general.
No, it's good. Super shiny.
Yeah, super shiny, super
Camera
sparkly.
doesn't do it justice.
It really doesn't. And then when you get it outside in the daylight, that's when you get the really nice play of the colors on one another. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Teresa.
You can show the other wreath.
Oh yeah, sorry. So here is the other one. This is the teacher wreath. So this is really good as a thank you gift for teachers. More on this one, probably more to the elementary, kindergarten, but it's all the primary colors. So it just said, the best teachers teach from the heart, not from the book. So this is available both on my website and on my Etsy shop. That wreath is only available on my website for now. Probably by next week I'll transfer it over to the Etsy shop, but there you guys go. Awesome. All right, everyone. Well, if I don't see you back on Sunday, which I'm hoping that you'll be back Sunday, it's Sunday at 6 Pacific time, and then 8 o'clock Central time, and then 9 p.m. Eastern time. We go a little bit later on Sundays to kind of accommodate all everybody, which is kind of weird, but it's because we do a double class. We have the private group in the early afternoon and then public group later. And then we'll do a Halloween design for that time frame. Because believe it or not, we go push it out. We're almost mid-June. So mid-July, mid-August, mid-September. That's if you're thinking about your design 3 months out, you need to be making your Halloween and start to make your fall. It's kind of crazy to think about that, but look, Hobby Lobby is stocking fall and getting ready for Christmas. So we follow retail. So there you go. Oh, thanks, Audrey.
I know, she always looks great.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you for your compliments. Yours are like such an encouragement week after week. Thank you again, all of you who joined. And Pam said, if I sign up tonight, can I get into Sunday's class? Absolutely. I will preview the minute that it comes through on my notifications. So be prepared for Sunday's class. All right, everybody, I will talk to you soon and have a great weekend if I don't see you on Sunday. Bye, everyone.